All right, we are live for this week's deal of the week. I'm George Wang. I am a investor and real estate agent here in Belleville, specializing in working with investors. And I'm here with Ribhu RAMPERSAD, mortgage agent, co-founder of Olympus Properties, and also a what else? You're also a property manager, and you do a lot of stuff here in Belleville.
Yeah, a lot of fun with everything real estate for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You got your property management arm, you got your construction arm, and you have your actual investing and raising capital fund arm as
Yeah,
well, right?
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Amazing,
everything
amazing.
real estate, one stop shop.
Yeah. So I see you got some colorful. You have a colorful background behind you. What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm actually in Roatan for a week. I just landed a couple hours ago. So here for a diving trip. So those of you who know me, I love scuba diving. I would live underwater if I could. So yeah, just here for that. So I
Re-
ditched the guys at the bar and to talk about real estate. So I
What
I
a
am
guy.
not a nerd, not at all.
Yeah. How's how are you managing the? How are you feeling with the mortgage business while traveling?
It's been good. It's been good. I won't lie to you though. I thought February was going to be slow, but it hasn't been slow. So I
No,
kind of
it's
clustered all my trips around February, thinking, okay, I'm gonna, time it because I think spring market is going to be tough, etc., etc. But it's picked up already. I
yeah.
think I flew out and my client texted me around the same time, being like, "Can I offer on this 65K over asking and go for him?" I'm like, cool. So we're here now.
Yeah. It's
So,
it's pretty. I honestly, it's very similar in the Belleville market right now. It's things are moving pretty quickly. I don't hasn't been that crazy. Depending, not too many people are strategizing around below market, pricing things below market and trying to get multiple offers. But like I was driving around and I was looking at a couple open houses and there was lineups outside of
yeah,
houses for open houses. It was crazy. Like I almost couldn't drive by because there were so many cars on that road trying to get out to look at the house. So things are really picking up here. And what I've noticed is particularly is like because I look at every listing that comes up, there's just nothing coming up on
yeah,
market right now.
yeah. What I would say though is what I've been seeing in the market is that there's a lot of opportunity right now, especially to buy. But what that might result in is that it might hurt people doing refinances right now a little bit. Because there's a lot of deals to be made which are making comps kind of decline. So, I'm actually
Yes.
closing on one tomorrow, and I know that I'm buying it for less than they owe on it right now.
That's
But
ooh. Yeah. Ooh. So they
yeah,
gotta put money in to close?
yeah, and I
That's
don't think that's
brutal.
a unique situation right now. So where it's like a great opportunity to get into the market, I feel like be cautious around those refinances. Like short term, like I think long term, obviously I'm buying. So like I think long term I still believe in it, but short term, I think just be careful that the comps right now aren't great, which mean buy now. Don't refinance now.
Uh, Absolutely. I just had a client pick up a turnkey duplex. Remember how we said Belleville is for duplex conversions? We just there just aren't any comps. Well,
Yeah,
my client last week just actually purchased one of those duplexes, and
yeah.
with the market the way it is, we actually picked it up for just over 600,000 and made $4,500 a month in rent, which is
I don't know.
ridiculous. And but
Uh,
unfortunately, that is gonna affect some of our duplex comps because that thing is a comp. So
yeah.
uh,
That being said, though, I'd say that's very short term. So like I remember when we started doing duplex conversions, like me and the Olympus guys, back in 2017, we didn't have comps, so right, so we couldn't brew, but now we're sitting on a ton of equity. So I think that's short term pain for long term huge gain. So
yeah, absolutely. So speaking of not very much inventory right now and how it for whatever that does come up, it is a great opportunity to purchase. Um, a lack of inventory is where properties that are available off market really start to shine because you don't have that competition out there, and you are able to really pick it up for without it going to multiple offers, and you don't have to rush to go see it before someone picks it up. So we're gonna look at one of those today. It's a property that it's one of my previous clients. They purchased it, converted to a duplex, and now they're considering exiting it. So I'm gonna present this property here today and see if anyone wants to scoop this up. It's a pretty good property. It's done very well. So let's take a look.
Let's do it.
Oh, Jordan here has come. Jordan, you guys, he's an investor and realtor out of the Kingston way. Yeah.
Nice.
Not today, Jordan. I'm not using Burbot, but shout out. That's something Jordan has made. It's like a property analysis tool. Check it out when you have a chance. You can Google it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Where are we? There we go. All right. Since this is off market, we're not going to be looking at any listings, of course. But this is the property here. It's a semi-detached bungalow. You can't really see on the street because this is a dead end here. But there is a side door here that goes straight to the basement. And what he did was he, did some light renos upstairs and downstairs, made it a full-blown legal duplex. 3-bed, 1 bath up here, and a 2-bed, 1 bath down here. And we'll look at some of the pictures.
It's in Trenton, right?
This is in Trenton on Bocage Street.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it, but that's what I got.
That's what we're going with.
Yeah. All right, so here are the photos from when they just finished the renos. This is what he sent to me, the owner.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's pretty nice finishes. That's what. Do you
Tanner's
recognize this?
comment. No,
Yeah.
Tanner's comment. Yeah.
Don't worry, Tanner. Like, I'm sure whoever's buying it will continue using you. He's just testing the market, Tanner. Don't get scared.
Yeah.
All right, so tile floors.
Yeah.
This is the basement apartment. Nice island. I think that's quartz. Yeah, it is. You can see how the countertop is undermounted. Yeah. Tile backsplash.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, it is nice. Well done.
Yeah. I don't know what it looks like now with tenants moved in, but it's this is what it looked like when they just renovated. Here's a picture. I believe this is upstairs. Again, same quartz countertops up there. Pretty nice. New appliances. Same tile everywhere.
Yeah.
You get the picture. That's a lot of pictures of the kitchen. Pot lights in the living room. Gigantic living room. Gigantic window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again. Like, this is what you'd expect. This is very similar to what you get out of a new construction home in terms of finishings, right?
Yeah, it's actually very well done.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I don't even spend that much money. I don't put tile on the floors of the bathrooms or tile the showers half the time. I just do acrylic and I run the vinyl throughout. So this is a little bit higher end than what I typically do. And there's laundry in each unit, fully separated in each unit. And what you won't be able to see is there's actually 2 hydrometers, and the tenants pay their own hydro, but the heat and the water is just the 1 meter, and the landlord pays that. Okay?
Yeah, nice.
All right, so jumping into our property analyzer. So what I've been told is we're looking for 555.
Okay.
Okay?
555, not bad.
Yeah. And I have the numbers beside me here. So upstairs pays $2,000 and downstairs pays $1,750. So you got $3,750 total. You have our 2% vacancy adjustment here. Property taxes. I don't have the exact number, but I was told it was roughly around $2,100. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the way to do it.
Pretty low.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
Okay,
Hmm,
I'm just gonna 2100 divided by 12, 175. Okay, just gonna type it that. Okay. Insurance, I don't have the number from him, but generally I would expect around like usually we're looking at about 150 bucks or so a month,
sure.
maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, with this repairs and maintenance reserve, we always put 5%. Property management, we use 6% here. I know you guys, Olympus Properties, um, will manage us for $100 per door, so you can get that down to $200
Okay.
if you win with him. But
Yes, sir.
I think Tanner is even cheaper, so you probably want to stick with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tanner mentions 4 seasons contracting did renos downstairs. Yeah, he's Connor, great guy. So we know it's done pretty well. Utilities, I don't have those numbers either, but we know the landlord pays heat and water. So between the two of them, average throughout the year, what do you think that would be? Obviously, you're not paying any heat in the summer, but you are in the wintertime.
Yeah. So heat and water, sorry?
Yeah,
I don't know, $200 a month.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because like water, you're probably paying 100, right?
Yeah.
And heat, I mean, you're paying 0 in the summer, but you're probably paying 200 in the winter, so
Yeah.
evens out. No
Yeah.
condo
For
fee
sure.
as usual. And on the other side, down payment wise, 20% down, you need 111, 20% of 555.
Yeah.
And mortgage rates, what are we at these days?
I think it's about that. It dipped for a bit, now it's back up.
How low did it get to at one point?
I'd say you could probably have gotten a 5-year fix for about 5.4.
5 point for a rental?
Yeah, for a rental.
Damn.
Like in early January, and then things kind of stabilize, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so we're back to 5.7 now then?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right. So, and of course, we always do 30-year amortization. We try to stretch it out as long as we can because we want to reduce our payments and get maximum cash flow. That's my
yeah,
opinion. That's probably what you
yeah,
do
hundred
too,
percent,
Ribu, right?
100%,
I haven't
100%.
found a serial investor that has disagreed with that opinion. I bet if the banks will let us do a 40, we would absolutely take it.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing is you want to keep your payment as low as possible because that affects your debt ratios for the next one.
Yeah. Oh, Lev is on YouTube. What's up, Lev?
What's going on,
You,
love?
yeah. I don't know if you should pick this up. You got too much on your plate already, man. um, Jordan asked HST on PM fee. Uh, yeah. So $100 per door, 200. I mean, we're still around the 225 mark if we're doing the $100 per door. So
Yeah. Tanner, comment. What would you charge in there right now?
yeah, Tanner, tell
Or
us. Like, I
Jordan?
bet tell us what you're actually charging, so I can actually put it into this calculator here. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's cheaper than this, based on what you told me, I think. But you never told me an exact number.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Land transfer tax. I don't know what it would be for 555. To be honest, land transfer tax calculator. This is what I actually do, guys. 7575. You think I'm doing something sophisticated? I'm not. Was it 7?
Good old Google.
57. 75. Legal fees about $2,000. Inspection,
Sure.
yeah, that's how much you typically pay for an inspection. And yeah, so after all accounted for, and this is including the repairs and vacancies and stuff, we are still left with a cash positive number.
Nice.
What are your thoughts about that when you're getting a property that's already fully tenanted, under property management, really nicely renovated? I believe the renovations were completed just over a year ago. So we're talking about new stuff everywhere, and they actually have pretty nice finishes like stone countertops and tile everywhere. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I mean, this is pretty solid. I'd say that, the only difference that I'd probably do is take a shot at their mortgage. and probably bleed for a year or two. Because I think, you're probably getting a lot of built-in equity is the wrong word, because I mean, technically it may not be there today, but like, I feel like there is a lot of, like, you're buying at a discount, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and you're buying at a discount as a result of the rates. So it needs to be priced at a point where it makes sense for the current rates. So
your charge is $50 a unit.
Jeez.
All right, we can't beat that, guys. So property management is $100 now. All right, so our cash flow just went up by $100.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ribhu.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. So I would jump on this deal all day, but just knowing that, for me personally, I think, I would be looking to leverage this equity in about 2 years.
Yeah. Jordan mentions that going with lower amortization will affect your DSR, so you want to go with a longer amortization. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you want to continue to acquire more properties going forward, having a lower payment now will make a big difference.
100%.
Okay. So looking at cash flow using Tanner's actual numbers, our cash flow is up to almost $300 a month, and we are positive cash flow. We're paying down a mortgage, and using our appreciation of 5% here, you're looking at about a 30% ROI year over year. That's pretty good considering you buy it and you don't even have to pick up the keys because the keys are already with the property manager. And if you just keep the same property manager, you don't even the tenants don't even know anything happened. The tenants don't even have to notice it got sold.
100%. Nothing.
As far as the tenant's concerned, like nothing changes for them.
Yeah, that's as turnkey as you could get, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe e-transfer a different place like every month. That's about it.
I mean, if Tanner's collecting rent, not even that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my off-market duplex that I have for you guys today. I didn't have anything else. As to be honest, the market there's like 3 properties getting listed a day. There's nothing to really look at, and then the ones that are listed are like $800,000 single-family homes. Like, what are we gonna do with that as an investor? Really?
Yeah.
Is it a nice house to live in? Yeah. But as an investor, it makes absolutely no sense to buy a single family for $800,000.
No. So, no,
Yeah.
this is where the numbers work, man. And I mean, 555. I'm seeing people right now in Toronto barely even closing condos flat, right? Condos that make about $2,000, $2,500 in rent, maybe. So,
what can you get for around the 550 mark in Toronto?
In so suburbs, probably a 1-bedroom. Downtown, probably like a very small 1-bedroom or a studio. So like I know I have a client whose 1-bedroom just appraised for 525. It was like a 433 square foot condo. Technically 1-bedroom, but I don't know if I would count that as 1-bedroom, to be honest. I mean, you pay for location for sure, but I mean, when you look at scaling your portfolio, right? You want to buy something with more rent for the same price, because then you could do more and max out that leverage power.
Yeah. Jordan said, don't forget the appreciation associated with the rate reduction coming, instant equity made over the next 2 years if you buy now at the higher rates. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying you should buy right now, honestly.
100%. I'm buying right now. I close one tomorrow. So
yeah, it would be the smartest move to do right now, and in fact, that's why buyers are jumping in and they're all looking right now, because they're anticipating a rate reduction down the road. Meaning, you know how people shop for houses. We all look at it from how much can I afford from a month-to-month basis. All they look at is a monthly payment. They don't actually look at the price. And when your rates go down, the price you pay per month goes down. But instead of paying a lower price, people are like, "Oh, I can buy a bigger house now."
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
100%.
People will always purchase up to their budget. That's just human nature, unfortunately. But yeah, that's this duplex here. This is not available on MLS, so if you are interested in this property, I think this is a pretty damn good deal, especially with how nice the finishes are. Definitely reach out. We can, maybe take a look, or we can buy it.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Good one. No, it's a good one for sure.
Yeah. Any
Turnkey as you
any.
get.
It is turnkey as you get, man. It's like, this couple. We had a couple of clients where they purchased a property, and then on closing date they get the lockbox code, and then they just get the
Yeah.
property manager to pick it up. It's like, see you guys. I don't need to see the house.
Yeah. I never need to see it. It's great.
Yeah,
30% return with that too. Not bad.
yeah. Like the equivalent condo that you were talking about in Toronto. Like, how much rent could you get for a 500 square foot, one bedroom, or a studio?
Probably like $2,200 a month.
2,200
So,
bucks, man.
yeah, nowhere near 3750.
Yeah, we're talking about double the amount of income here for the same amount
Yeah.
of house.
Yeah. And I know there's the argument about, location of asset and, some of these smaller condos, like they're in great locations. But I think, as you think about scale, you need to be thinking about, as Jordan mentioned, that DSR point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when you make a bunch of money, sure, buy whatever you want. But we want to think about scale, like you got to be thinking like that.
Yeah, because like if you want to, if you just want to invest in one property, then it doesn't really matter. You just have to think about qualifying for this property. But
Yeah.
if you're planning to pick up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 properties, the ones that you start off with really matter, because if you buy an 800K condo in Toronto that rents for $3,000 a month,
Sure.
you're screwed for trying to buy the next one, man. Unless you make the big bucks, you're gonna be stuck from what ratio is it?
Yeah.
TDS?
TDS. And I mean, like yeah. I get
Right?
you said it right. That's you got to keep that
Yeah.
in mind for sure. Even if you
Yeah.
make the big bucks, why would you want to squander it on short term, right?
Exactly.
So
Whereas something like this, you look at the numbers, the income was almost double of the mortgage payment itself. So from a bank's perspective, depending on which formula they use, this might even be a net neutral borrowing
close,
power. Yeah, pretty close, right? So your borrowing power can go a long way when you buy assets like this.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Big time.
All right, Ribhu. Any finishing words for our viewers here regarding the market and lending?
Not particularly. Other than if I wasn't closing on one tomorrow, I'd probably buy this one, but it's okay. Thanks for leaving the off market one for after I'm gonna close on something. But thanks, George.
Yeah. I'm gonna see, like, this is what happens with because I have a investor network. It's very common for investors that purchased a couple years ago and then they want to exit. And when you have an investment product right here, who's gonna buy this duplex? 99% chance is another investor, right? So this is a perfect chance to kind of sell to someone else that's also within my database. Actually, I sent an email out. I think half an hour before our show, just letting them know that this is available. So, if you got that email, you're watching this video, you can see a little bit better breakdown of how the numbers work on this one and why I think it's a great buy. With the incoming, what do you think about the incoming rate changes? Do you agree with the banks?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a wide spectrum. For me, my opinion is June, right? I do think that people need to be very careful in the short term. Short term meaning, let's say, 6 to 8 months. Because I think what we're seeing right now in the market is a lot of people who are in trouble getting rid of that trouble. So meaning that, if you're buying right now, be very careful you're buying a good asset and that the numbers make sense realistically and not speculatively. And once you do that, I think you're going to come out very, very solid by next year. But I wouldn't just buy anything right now. I would buy the right things right now, like good quality assets, good area, good bones, because I do believe rates are going to come down, but there's still a lot of pain in the system right now that's playing out.
What are your thoughts I have always thought is, if we're looking into the near future, next 2-3 years, we know that the rates are going to come down at some point, whether it's June, whether it's August, whether it's December, whatever it may be. I think a lot of the economists are saying, I think Desjardins predicted 5.25% decreases by the end of this year. But let's say that doesn't happen. Let's say it happens in the following year instead.
Yeah, I think that's a bit aggressive, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But my thought is if the property makes sense on paper in today's interest rates, like this one
Jump
here,
in.
just jump in because you know it's gonna get better from here, right? It's a no-brainer at this point. You run the numbers using the numbers today. If it works, just buy it.
100%. 100%. Jump in. Because I mean, if it makes sense now, who cares what happens? It makes sense right now. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this week's. We are going to. How long are you gonna be there for? A week?
a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
How bad is the time zone difference?
1 hour. We're good.
Oh, okay. So, I think going forward we're gonna do 8 p.m. EST. I find more people get to jump on. I think their kids go to sleep or something. I don't have any kids. I don't understand how it works, but I like it better here, and I find that there's a better turnout at 8 p.m. So we're gonna probably start doing 8 p.m. On Mondays going forward. So yeah, that's it for this one. See you next week.
See you guys.